So I'm just going to show you how to use a resist. And a resist is a crayon, either a white crayon or a crayon like this that just has no color. It's called a batik crayon if you get it like this, but you can also just get a white crayon out of your crayon set and that will work fine. So if I start on this paper just gathering a few lines with a pencil from outside, that's just to give you the idea. A few gesture lines for trees. And then I take the resist and I do the same thing with the resist. I'm just looking outside and gathering lines. But of course, while I'm using the resist, I can't see what's happening because there's no color there. But I'm just trusting that the lines that need to be there will show up. So then I'm going to put some color on with watercolor. Now I could, if I wanted to be working on wet paper, I could now wet this paper, soak this paper in water, and then work on it with watercolor. But I can also just take a little bit of color and you can see the lines from the crayon show up. So I would have blue to start with. And then maybe on this side I want to have some vermilion. And again, you see how those lines pop up. It's kind of like magic. I can let these colors mix a little bit. Just play around with the way that the shapes from the resist suggest things. And then if I wanted to bring other colors or other lines, I could take a watercolor crayon and then, because I'm working on a wet surface, the watercolor crayon will release and I can draw with that. That could change the colors a little bit. And then if I want to paint on top of it, I can go back with the paint. The watercolor crayon will smudge, whereas the original resist crayon will just stay there. Yeah, so that's the basic approach of using a resist. And if you let the painting dry, then you can always draw on it again with the resist and paint on top of that. And then the color that's underneath the second layer of resist will stay there, whereas the other colors will change. Yeah, that's about it.